pass the ball around. You're basically playing hot potato and playing defense. And, that's where, his style has seemed to been, every time he gets a chance in the NBA, right? This is not the style he plays in the G League, right? In the G League, he is a focal point, and you see he averaged 21, 22. When he comes into the NBA, he takes that first three, he misses that first three. From there, he's going to be non-aggressive. He got one shot, he should have took that. He should have took that shot, right? So it's just he's scared. Once he misses first one, he won't shoot no more.
Year two, everybody's walking around on eggshells like, can we say this now about him? Is it okay? Is he, man, what you mean? He's grown man. Take advantage of this opportunity. You in the gym every day, just like everybody else on every other team. Hit them shots, bro. Take that shot. What is it that's not giving you the confidence to take that shot and make that shot? That looks like, you see, a scared boy out there. He don't look like he want to make mistakes. He don't feel comfortable making mistakes.
But if he not comfortable when that ball come his way, he not going to shoot it.
Not going to shoot it.
If he not confident in his ability, he's not going to shoot it.
Everything you do is spotlighted.
Good or
bad, you gonna get talked about.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking
So
about
is it
the
fair?
55th pick this year, the 55th pick last year.
Is the criticism
from the year
fair?
before him? Nobody talk about nobody other
asking
kids.
you a question,
But
Nick.
as soon as he step on the floor, every time he's on the floor,
So is the
we say
criticism
something
fair?
about him.
So is
Gil's Arena talks about Bronny James being scared of the NBA. Check out what they had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
Is Bronny being too passive on the court right now?
Yes. I mean, when you're trying to prove if you're good or not and if you belong in this league, you can't just be in the game, right? You're too athletic. You're too explosive going to the rim, right? It's like you're sitting there trying to play safe basketball, and safe basketball makes you look bad, right? Because all the shots you're taking, right? You get an open three, that's the shot you're gonna take, right? So you're not going out there playing actual basketball itself, right? You're just trying to survive on the court, and if you survive on the court, that means don't shoot many shots, don't try anything, risky, pass the ball around. You're basically playing hot potato and playing defense.
Yeah, Bronny's obviously scared out there. He knows the criticism that's going on his name on social media, a little bit of mainstream, but not that much, because he's protected by LeBron James and Clutch Sports, Dave McMinimum, a.k.a. Dave Andrews, Gilbert Arenas, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, a little bit of Kendrick Perkins. Stephen A. Smith isn't going to keep that same energy with him. So he has a lot of people in independent and mainstream media that's going to protect Bronny. That's not going to tell it like it is. Because the moment we start to talk about Bronny James, why are you talking about the 55th pick? But when he makes a three versus the Jazz, that's all over social media on these major channels. So you can't really say anything about Bronny. Again, it is what it is. Not to say that, he'll never be an NBA ready player. But right now he's playing scared, timid, doesn't want to make mistakes because he'll know he'll be trashed on social media. That is what it is with Bronny. He even had JJ Redick that yelled at him. I'm surprised JJ Redick still has a job. That lets you know LeBron James lost the power in LA.
Pass the ball around. You're basically playing hot potato and playing defense. And, that's where, his style has seemed to been, every time he gets a chance in the NBA, right? This is not the style he plays in the G League, right? In the G League, he is a focal point, and you see he averaged 21, 22. When he comes into the NBA, he takes that first three, he misses that first three. From there, he's going to be non-aggressive.
And that's pretty much saying that he shouldn't be on the Lakers. If LeBron was going to make sure he did everything in his power to get him to the NBA, why not get him onto a team where he can get significant minutes, be somewhat of a focal point, and not have to worry about playing garbage minutes? If the Lakers weren't up by like 15 or 20 versus the Jazz, he wouldn't have played. Put him on a team like, the Utah Jazz per se, that those rookies and young players, they're going to get minutes. Those teams want as much draft picks as possible, the best draft picks. So you play Bronny maybe 20 to 25 minutes per game consistently. There's a handful of teams out there that wouldn't mind pressing up those Bronny jerseys as well as getting them good minutes on the court so they can make sure they solidify their top draft pick. So it is what it is with Bronny in LA. I think Rich Paul, if he's a good agent, he's going to talk to Bronny, talk to LeBron and be like, you know what? This contract's going to end in 2 years. Is there a team out there that we can get him to so he can at least extend his career once he retire? Something to think about in the LeBron James household.
And then that hurts him more than anything because obviously he's going to not take these wide open shots that the ball is coming to. You got to take them. Don't give a if you miss, take them. Remember I said, listen, I read when he started. I'm like, all right, he's going to do the Royal Ivy. 5 minutes in first quarter, 5 minutes in the third quarter. You should be at least getting 7 shots up. And he got 1 shot. He should have took that. He should have took that shot, right? So it's just he's scared. Once he misses first one, he don't want to shoot no more.
That hurts Luka too.
Yeah, his confidence has been shot since he entered the league. He knows he isn't ready to be in the NBA, but again, the powers that be, LeBron James, Clutch Sports, and the LeBron media, they can do things and, make magic happen. So he's in the league, and it is what it is. He's there, and he has to produce. Or maybe he doesn't have to produce because at the end of the day, he has multi-billions tucked away. He can run the LeBron James empire once he really retires from everything. So Bronny James is playing with house money right now. Shouldn't be scared. Just, check it up. JJ is going to consistently play you. They're more worried about Bronny James than Dalton Connect. And Dalton Connect, he has somewhat of NBA-ready type potential. So it's going to be interesting to see if Bronny James can maybe step it up. But if everybody's healthy on that team, Bronny's back to the end of the bench. He had a moment to where he could have earned some minutes when everybody was hurt, but everybody's back now. And Bronny James, he'll only play in garbage minutes.
Huh?
That hurts Luka because you're not shooting. It ain't gonna spread the floor out. People gonna clog the paint on them. But Bronny, yeah, that worrying too much on the court.
Keep it real,
At the same time, when he do miss shots, y'all talk about him. So
Who's y'all?
He's in a lose-lose situation.
No.
He missed them shots. They gonna look at his percentage, say he got the worst percentage in NBA history type shit.
No one's really going to talk about Bronny James in a negative way. It's only people like myself, Dreamers Pro, Ticket, Kwame, not even negative, but we're going to keep it real. Yeah, is there some entertainment and trolling involved? Yeah, but you're going to have a lot of people that can break down the footage like an awful coaching. Yeah, he may be theatrical when he's talking about Bronny, but he's really keeping it real if you're looking at the game tape. So I think he's more worried about that as opposed to people on ESPN, Fox, those major platforms. They're not going to talk negatively about Bronny James. If he has an amazing dunk or alley-oop, they're going to play that. But if he misses 5 or 6 threes in a row, they're not even going to act like that happened. He's going to be non-existent when he makes mistakes or playing bad. So it shouldn't be any pressure for Bronny James because mainstream media-wise, he's protected.
Make them shots. He only got 3 points, 6 points. It don't matter. So Bronny just got to go out.
Go out with a bang.
Go out with a bang. Just know they going to talk about you.
No matter
what you do. You do good, do bad. I'd rather go out shooting, though.
Keep chopping them up.
Shots is...
That's crazy.
Play
Like
Call of
10
Duty
minutes,
or
2
something.
shots. You think they're not going to talk?
You need to be stood.
I'd rather be 0 for 10. Hey, I don't know who number 10. Who is number 10 on the Dallas Mavericks? Is it Dallas Mavericks?
I know you're talking about that on the Mavericks with the braids.
The little guard?
The little guard.
Oh, you need a whole body. I don't know.
Work.
Watch him.
He was gonna.
You don't care who out there.
He's gonna work on.
It's straight fast break, 1 on 5. He's shooting.
Yeah, Bronny, just check it up. Who cares? You're in the NBA. You're rich, a multi-billionaire. You're gonna inherit. So it is what it is. I think he went 2 of 12 one time, and people kind of brought him up. But again, mainstream media-wise, he's going to be protected. Rich Paul, all he got to do is send a massive text message out. Hey, let's ignore that Bronny James shot 10%, missed all his threes. We're not going to talk about that. Talk about something else. But he can't control people on the independent platforms and independent media. That's the only way that Bronny's going to be talked about, even in a constructive criticism way or a negative way, based off how the mainstream media likes to downplay what we're saying. So at the end of the day, Bronny, keep shooting shots. Who cares? You got 2 years left on your contract. You may get another contract, or you may be a journeyman, go from team to team. But if Bronny James wants to at least go from team to team, he has to at least show that he can make a jump shot, play some defense, and just be a good locker room guy. He can stay in the league for another 4 or 5 years if he does that with the powers of Clutch Sports.
That's the kind of guy I like.
Talking about Brandon Williams?
I don't know who he is. He was too fast for me to get his name.
Yes.
Now, how about that? He's too fast for me to get his name.
Arizona. Okay. Your fellow bear down brother.
I know, that's why I brought you.
Shift to this side. What do you guys think about Bronny being passive on the court? Shad, you have a spike?
No, because I'm not finna listen. I've said time and time again, man. We're not gonna make a big deal about it, man. This kid he's still the 55th pick in my mind, man. He's not ready to play, so you just keep throwing him out there. So we're not gonna do that to him. So
Of
I'm
course
not gonna critique his game, man. He don't play enough for me to critique him. I'm just being honest. You don't.
You ever heard of Siskel and Ebert?
So he's never going to play long enough for you to critique his game. But from what you're seeing, you're an NBA OG. You've been in the game, been around the game for about 30 plus years now. You know when someone has it and doesn't have it. Does Bronny James have what it takes to be a decent NBA player? Not the greatest of all time, not top 5 of all time, but does he have that presence? Does he have that aura and vibe like he's really an NBA player? Even if he doesn't get a lot of minutes, when he goes out there, how's he producing? It's okay, Kenyon. Clutch Sports, they're going to be cool with you. You can keep it real when it comes to Bronny James.
Movie critic. Source Magazine. Albums come out, give you the mics. Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith. Tony Kornheiser. Michael Wilbon. All those guys. Critics. I deem myself to be the new critic. It's going to take up this space and dominate it at full capacity. So this is a situation and a topic that needs criticism.
This topic? 55th.
There's always praise
5-5.
in everything that sports entails. We praise, we criticize. Hating or glazing. In this situation, I've been saying from the start, the boy need to go to college so he can dominate in college, have the confidence to come into this league and do and take over where his pops left off.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying too, especially when he put up those highlight numbers in the G League, all those dunks, getting about 30 or 40 minutes, averaging about 25 to 28 a game. Imagine if he were to be able to do that in college in his second or third year. The optics would have been completely different of him, forcing his way into the league, same way how LeBron and Clutch did it. But imagine him doing it coming out of college, putting up those crazy numbers. But by him, coming into the league the way he did after that health situation, and then after averaging about 3 or 4 points, it just makes it look like, what? The draft is rigged and the Lakers, they're going to abide by LeBron James. Just my opinion. But he need to put these type of numbers up and develop in college. He's really like a 5-year college player based off how he's playing now. The 2 years plus 3 more years, maybe he gets to a respectable level to where, all right, let's bring him into the league. Let's pull some strings, and he's a 23-year-old entering the NBA draft in like 2 or 3 years from now. So he needed to be able to dominate in college or at least get his confidence up before going to the NBA.
Going out there, being National Player of the Year, being runner-up for it, all of these things build up his confidence because he has a legacy and a lineage that is warranted of that. So now the expectations for him, even with the jersey sales and the name and all the praise that he's going to get, your performance is going to have to speak equally to that praise. Same with the Shedeur Sanders type of situation. You look at these guys, if they're ready, go in and show us. Year 2, everybody's walking around on eggshells like, can we say this now about him? Is it okay? Is he, man, what you mean? He's grown man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Even after year 2, they still can't criticize Bronny. They can't say anything about him. Only when he makes an alley-oop or a 3-point shot, that's the only reason you can play him on TV or talk about him. So he's only the 55th pick when it comes to, speaking on him, you can say negatively or constructive criticism-wise. But he's not the 55th pick in LeBron James' son when he has an alley-oop and all that good stuff and he produces on the court. So we can only talk about Bronny James in a positive way. Then we walk on eggshells if he shoots 2 or 12 or 0 or 6 from 3. We got to act like he doesn't exist. So at the end of the day, the media, they're not playing it fair, but they're playing it fair when it comes to Clutch Sports and LeBron James. They have to appease their phony GOAT, LeBron James.
He playing in the league. He got to perform. I don't see second round pick. I see you got an opportunity, take advantage.
I dig it.
Take advantage of this opportunity.
That's
You in the gym every day, just like everybody else on every other team. Hit them shots, bro. Take that shot. What is it that's not giving you the confidence to take that shot and make that shot? That looks like, you see, a scared boy out there. He don't look like he want to make mistakes. He don't feel comfortable making mistakes.
Said that last time.
So you got to have confidence from your coaching staff, the players around you. Take that shot. He not.
That's crazy. He doesn't feel confident to play bad. But again, he has all the confidence in the world because the things around him, the optics, everything's in his favor. Again, the Lakers have a chance to kind of, get Dalton Connect on board, get him acclimated to the NBA, but they're more worried about Bronny James. They have to lie in the media. J.J. Redick, he wasn't happy that they drafted Bronny, but he got a job from LeBron James and Clutch Sports, so he had to cheer during the whole draft room thing. So at the end of the day, man, they're going to lie. They're going to cap for Bronny James, and he knows that. So go ahead and chuck up them threes. You're still going to play. You're not going to get cut. Nothing's going to happen to you. Now, after this contract, LeBron James, he's probably going to be retired. Then maybe they can start to keep it real and talk to him behind the scenes like, you know what? No team is interested. We may have to take this show on the road overseas. That may be what's left for Bronny unless he wants to be a journeyman of the G League. But at the end of the day, as long as he's the son of LeBron, a Clutch Sports client, propped up in the media, he's going to have a chance. So who cares about being scared if you're Bronny? Yeah, you're timid out there. I know you're the son of LeBron James, the quote-unquote LaFoney GOAT, but you're still going to have opportunities way more than other people to play bad for the next 2+ years.
Rudy, are we treating him like Rudy from the movie Rudy?
Yeah. But as a player, does it give you confidence when the head coach is literally screaming at you to shoot?
But if the message can be the message. Like he could hear it daily from everybody. But if he not comfortable when that ball come his way, he not gonna shoot it.
Not gonna shoot it.
If he not confident in his ability, he's not gonna shoot it.
So what you mean, does he feel a certain way about the coach yelling at him? That's a part of sports. Back in our era, and their era as well, coaches will call you every name in the book. As long as they don't put their hands on you, it is what it is. It's fair game. So you mean to tell me Bronny, he's never been yelled at by a coach? So everything's just been smiles and, happiness for Bronny James. No coach has ever challenged him. So that's real cap. Something got to be going on with Bronny James. I know he's the chosen one because he's the son of LeBron and Clutch Sports, but still, I'm sure coaches have kept somewhat of a type of energy with Bronny. Maybe not during the game because LeBron's sitting courtside, but he never been yelled at by a coach, man. Something going on, man. That ain't real. The expectations for Bronny James, they're all over the place because of the mainstream media controlling the narratives.
Right, he's just going to continuously pass up shots. That's just what it is, man. But you continuously put him in that situation.
Starting him?
Like, it's wild.
Starting
right?
him? It's insane.
Like, if you...
You're trying to build
you're trying to help him with it, yes.
That's the game plan.
How else would you do it, though?
Okay.
How else would you go about building the confidence? Let him come off the bench and give him more shots. Call plays for him. Put him in the starting lineup.
Bronny's situation. Bronny's the only person that's been in Bronny's situation. The great father, one of the greatest you consider in the game. Then your son come in. Nobody done that. He's the only person that's been in that situation that get criticized. That from 13 to now, every day, he's still been criticized.
Well, he shouldn't be in the NBA if he's scared. If he's just a little kid out there walking on eggshells, don't want to be laughed at on social media, then maybe the NBA thing isn't for him. Maybe he was cool playing in Little League, high school, and a little bit of college. Maybe that was his ceiling. Not everybody that's the son of a real great player or related to a player, that doesn't mean they're automatically anointed to be in that sport. Maybe he was cool playing in high school, doing his college thing, and that was it. He's showing that he doesn't have the toughness, the mental fortitude to be an NBA player. Regardless of this is the only person that's been in this situation, I give you that, Swaggy, but he's pretty much letting it be known, like, you know what? It's just too much pressure for me. It was a lot of pressure before, but now me being into the league, it's multiplied times 100. He needs to let his people know, like, this NBA thing is cool, but I ain't built for it. I'm a coward. I'm not tough enough.
Weighs on you.
Who made the decision?
Ain't nobody been criticizing
Nick,
the child.
who made the decision?
You're talking about now when they use the pro.
But you made the decision.
Once you become a pro, so just hear me out. Once the decision was made for him to become a pro, they opened the door for criticism.
You opened the door, bro.
Criticize.
No, ain't nobody criticizing.
Kenyon to USC.
Ain't nobody criticizing that Sierra Canyon.
He was an All-American.
I heard it.
Donald's All-American.
We all heard it.
Everybody expected
But
that.
did they tell the truth or did they criticize him, Nick?
It's y'all truth.
No, who's y'all? No, ain't no y'all to it. I'm asking. I'm not talking about. I said I want to talk about the kid, but I'm being honest here. Who is the criticism fair or not, Nick?
You ain't been in a situation.
What's the situation?
No, I know.
He's never been criticized. He's been, coddled. He can do what he wants, and they'll act like he doesn't exist. So everybody's trying to cape up for Bronny James, but if he ain't man enough to be into the league, can't take the criticism, it's time for him to leave. He can easily talk to his pops, talk to the front office, and be like, you know what? Void the rest of my contract. Y'all ain't got to pay me, and let me play Call of Duty all day.
Oh, I haven't been, but that ain't the question I asked. Is the criticism fair or not?
I'm just saying.
Has the criticism
if
that
Bronny came out of high school averaging 25 a game,
if the criticism that
we not
you
gonna
heard,
criticize
Every day when everything you do is spotlighted, good or bad, you gonna get talked about.
Yeah.
Nobody talking
So
about
is it
the
fair?
55th pick
Treat him
this
like
year,
a
the
little
55th
baby.
pick last year.
Is the criticism
from the year
fair?
before him? Nobody talk about nobody other
asking
kids.
you a question,
But
Nick.
as soon as he step on the floor, every time he's on the floor,
So is the
we say
criticism
something
fair?
about him.
So is
wanna
There hasn't been criticism with Bronny, so it doesn't matter if it's fair or not. They're treating this grown man like a little kid. Like, every time he walks on the court, he walks to the store, people are criticizing him. So this is why Bronny James won't get better, because he has a lot of yes men like Swaggy P that's going to try to coddle him and be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. They're always going to criticize you. Instead of, letting them know, stand on business. You're not playing good. You're playing like trash, and you need to step your game up. You got a golden opportunity that millions of people wish they had, but they're not going to make it to the league. They're going to be a viewer like myself. So, Bronny James, man up, play ball, or be man enough to let your peoples know you don't want to be in the NBA anymore.
Stuff like that weighs on
is the criticism fair or not?
No.
So
I'm asking-
if it's unfair,
so
why
just
did you put yourself
so this is
in this position?
Because I love basketball myself, so I can't do shit.
Yes, you can, but you're going to get criticized for it. We're not going to change the business model.
So if I just
for
stop
you,
playing, I'm gonna get criticized.
we're not going to change the business model
If I
for
just
you.
say let y'all and quit and
Then
do
the
what
people
y'all
win
want
then.
to do.
Just because you the
What y'all
son
gonna
of
do
some other player don't mean you going to get... Bro,
No, that's the only reason I'm gonna get
Jr.
I be talking.
That's the only reason they're gonna criticize
Garrett
me.
Payton Jr.
is because
don't
I'm
get
LeBron's
criticized
son.
too.
Yeah, because-
Garrett Payton Jr. get criticized.
No, you've never talked about Gary Payton Jr.
We never talked bad about
you
him,
never.
right?
No.
But it took him a long time to get to the league.
He-
based on his dad being a Hall of Famer and not going and say, look, pick my son up.
They can't
But
do
did
it.
you ever talk about it?
They can't
No.
do it.
You don't even talk about the number 1 pick last year.
I do.
You didn't talk about him last year.
You
You're not
gotta
talking about him
be a
this
critic
year.
to everybody.
You haven't talked. Nobody's talked about Zakir. The number 1 pick last
He's
year. This
averaged
year.
14.
He, can say,
He averaged 14
think about it.
last year.
No, 12.
He's averaging 14 this year.
12 and 12. That's how I know you didn't
So
talk
it's
about
great.
it. 12 and
It's
12.
great. 2 points
12
left.
last year, 12 this year.
So we know he's been playing.
You see how they move the goalposts? No one talks about the number 1 pick, but everyone talks about the 55th pick when he makes a random 3 during garbage time. So you can't have it both ways. So that's what they do with Bronny. That's what they do at Clutch Sports and LeBron James Incorporated. They move the goalposts. They try to make you look crazy that you're not talking about the top 10 pick, but you're talking about, the 55th pick. But again, they move the goalposts when he makes a magical jump shot or alley-oop. Bronny James, he's scared to be in the NBA. He doesn't want to shoot. He's scared of the criticism, and he's a trash player. Bronny James shouldn't be in the NBA.